How did you find Egypt compared to the rest of the places you've visited when you were in the Middle East?
Egypt is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
In that there's always activity going on. I always say it's so much fun to, like, you just look out on the streets, and it's like you don't need TV out there because there's people. It feels like an adventure. People trying to cross the street is an adventure. So I found Egypt to be very alive. A lot of hustle. I mean, I'm talking about Cairo in particular.
Sure.
Alexandria was very beautiful. Could use an upgrade on the Corniche a little bit, some of those buildings. But no, I enjoyed Egypt a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just exciting. You're just driving around, see all kinds of crazy stuff. It's I mean, you kind of got to be on your toes in a way. It's not a boring city.
Yeah, yeah. So what's your life like day to day?
Day to day, I do Skype interviews, and then it just depends. I mean, usually if I'm in town in Los Angeles, I just have meetings or spend time with my baby or wife a little bit, and then try and go exercise, get in the gym, all that stuff. But then at night, if I'm in town, I'm always getting up on stage and doing stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
But then if I'm on the road, then I'm on the road. I just try and basically rest during the day for the shows at night. That's usually the routine there.
Yeah. Is your work fulfilling, or does it get kind of exhausting? I know LA is the kind of place where if you get any success and start to make it, sometimes there's a feeling of like, okay, I'm accomplishing, but just as quickly you can feel like you're starting from scratch again and you're back on how is it for you?
No, I'm always very. I always consider myself lucky to be doing what I love doing,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't get tired of it. I mean, that's why I get up on stage. Like, if I'm in town in Los Angeles, I'll be on a stage 5 to 10 times a week, sometimes twice a night. You go up, you're always trying to write new material. That keeps it exciting. Then you're also writing other stuff, like whether it's screenplays or pitching TV shows. There's always something to hustle, work towards. So it's good. It's always good. And like I said, I'm lucky to be doing what I love doing. So.
And you like the hustle. You like the hustle. You're not tired.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't. I don't play video games. I'm not someone to just sit around and just play video games all day. Like, I have to always be doing something. So yeah, I love the hustle.
So is there anything that you would have to add to that you've noticed about the culture in general? I know you're living in the West, but about the culture in general around the season of Ramadan.
Boy, to be honest with you, I don't fast, and my family, I was born Muslim, but we're not that religious. So, I know that some people are obviously, they're good Muslims, and they fast and they pray 5 times a day and they make the Hajj and all that. And then there's some, like you said, who basically come around just this time of year and kind of go through the 1 month of it. I've tried fasting a couple of times in my life, just like for myself, and it was hard. It was funny because I found myself like taking naps during the day, going like, okay, maybe if I nap for a few hours, that'll get me through. Kind of cheating like that.
So what would you say you're hungry for, Maj?
What am I hungry for? I am hungry for, boy, I just had breakfast, so I'm not that hungry. I guess in the bigger picture, I'm hungry for peace. Hungry for peace. Peace. It's about time. I haven't had peace in a long time. I have, but I'm saying the world hasn't. So I'm hungry for peace.
Yeah. Why do you feel so compelled to get involved in that? Trying to make.
Because there's no reason to hate and kill. I always say, like, you know, as human beings, we have enough working against us on the natural front. You know, whether it's earthquakes, tornadoes, you know, walking down the street, have a tree fall on your head. You know, there's enough natural ways, natural things working against us that the last thing we need is to start working against each other. But unfortunately, that's definitely the norm all around the world. You know, neighbors hating each other, you know, one type hating the other, and it's just, and we're all so similar. There's just no need for it. Like I said, like I always joked about, you know, I could be walking down the street and a tree could fall and hit me on the head. Well, the street I live in has a bunch of old trees, and 2 times the trees have fallen and hit. One time it hit my father-in-law's car, the other time it hit my car. So it happens, you know. Crazy things happen in life. So it's like, that's why I think, you know, peace is. I mean, unfortunately, people look for little things of the other to hate, you know. Meaning, like, whether you're, you know, sometimes Muslims with Jews, Jews with Muslims, Muslims with Hindus, Jews with Christians, you know, whatever. One country with another country. It's just, it's silly.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you need to stop joking about trees falling and hitting your head.
I know. Maybe I'm just I'm what's it called? You're bringing about your own destiny.
Definitely, your words are powerful.
Yeah, maybe I'll start joking about winning the lottery.
I just have a few more questions, and then I'll let you go. One of the things here in Egypt that I hear a lot is that a lot of Egyptians are really afraid of the West, and like the West's example being, you know, having too much of an influence over here on the East. And one comment that I heard specifically during my Ramadan interviews was that, you know, in the West we have way too much freedom. And, you know, people are just can do whatever they want, and the fear is that, you know, with too much freedom that you know, you'll go away from God, you'll destroy yourself. So how do you feel about that as someone who is obviously experiencing a lot more freedom?
I think that, you know, I think freedom, if it comes with education and it comes with, you know, good upbringing. You know, I mean, the main thing I think is to invest money in education, invest money in healthcare, give people the basic things needed in life, and hopefully that will help create good citizens that aren't going to abuse their freedoms.
And ironic.
Yeah, I mean, it's human nature. It's human nature. If you tell somebody they can't do something, they're going to go behind closed doors and do it. You know, I mean, it's like the whole priest situation with the Catholic Church and you know, the whole child abuse and all that stuff. You know, that I think a lot of that comes with the people that are trying to, you know, are trying to restrain their sexual desires so much that they end up going and doing something perverse like that. Yeah. And I think that's why I think freedom with education, I think, is the right combination, because then people have the freedom to do whatever they want, but if they come up with it in a good family and they're educated and they're not ignorant, you know, they're gonna choose a little more appropriately.
Sure. All right, Maj, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
I want to say, you know, happy Ramadan to everybody. Don't eat too much in the dark hours. It'll give you a stomach ache. And that's it. I just tell the people of Egypt I love them.
Okay.
Sure. Hi, my name is MAZ JOBRANI. I'm on Alter Ego TV Online. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And
Thank you.
enjoy your day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.